Danny Williams.
Lucas Tyndall.
Lily Price.
And we are back with another episode of Lucas Live News. And I'm really excited today because we have a special guest coming on. We have a viral TikTok sensation coming on our show at 9 o'clock. We have a dirt bike giveaway. We're giving away a dirt bike today, and just so many fun things happening on the show. I got a lot of compliments last week on the show for just how it looked and how it was flowing. So I hope I can meet y'all expectations again this week, and we have a great show. How are y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's looking great. The show is looking great. The set is looking great. Our sponsors are looking great up there. Shout out to them. Excited about today's show. Yes.
Me too. So I wanted to kick stuff off with our sponsors because I love them.
Yes.
And it's Sponsor Spotlight. We're going to do Sponsor Spotlight first because I feel like this is what keeps our show going. Our sponsors, our people, those in the chat, we should probably get on and share this broadcast, let everybody know
good idea.
that they should come and join the show. It is going to be pretty fun, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to go ahead over here and share the broadcast.
Everybody, make sure you share that broadcast if you're watching this live or by replay. We want to welcome you guys. If you're watching this on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you're watching this from, we want to thank you guys for being here for another episode of Lucas Live News. We are excited about today's show. We do have a guest today who is on, Jennifer Hudson. He was on with Big Boy in the morning. I forget the radio station, but he's going to be on Lucas Live News this morning, and it's the biggest show that he's on. You know what I mean? Out of everything, it's the biggest show that he's on. We're also going to play a game today. Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner, so Danny has prepared a game for us this morning to play around Cinco de Mayo. She's going to test our Spanish-speaking Espanol. Mm-hmm. I took 3 years of Espanol, but my Espanol is a little rusty.
This is how I speak Spanish. Mucho
that
dinero.
Is messed up because that's what I was just doing.
Taco Bell, quesadilla.
That's it. Me too.
Enchilada.
Me too. It's
yeah,
not
that's
right.
it. So I took Spanish when I was at McKinley.
Yeah, me too.
And it was one of the many classes that I flunked because I skipped it all
Are
the time.
you serious?
Si, senor, I'm serious.
What grade were you in? What year was that?
I was probably in, I want to say 9th or 10th
like freshman?
grade.
Uh-huh.
I always skipped my
you
class.
You had Miss Rotec?
I skipped every
class in freshman year.
So by the time I was a junior, by the time I was 16 and we were supposed to be juniors, I was in 8th grade? I had 10 credits.
She was in 7th grade by the time she was.
Have fun.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I took
she's overcome a lot.
Spanish 3 years too, but I don't got a whole lot. I need to relearn it. I don't really know.
You remember how to conjugate your verbs?
So Danny, I heard that if you took the Spanish, and it's in there, and even though you think you don't know it, if you were to go somewhere and they started to talk to you, that you would start.
Yeah, right. I went to Puerto Rico.
She didn't know.
I went to Puerto Rico and we got lost, and my family decided they was gonna kick me out the car to go and talk to the people. So I was like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás? I need help." They was like,
they was looking at you like you know.
Yeah, you about to drive off the cliff. You probably shouldn't be over here. It was like y'all was gonna let us drive off the cliff. It was crazy. We were trying to go to some excursion, and we were driving up some mountain, and people really came outside and started watching us. And people were lighting cigarettes, they're gonna drive off. And once we got to where we were at and we couldn't drive no more, I got out the car and was trying to ask for help. And they was like, yeah, I mean, if you would have kept on going, y'all would have went right off. I was like,
dang.
Y'all was just gonna watch us do that?
Yeah,
it was
they were.
I mean,
they had cigarettes.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
it was good luck.
The guy that I was talking to seemed like he was like, you need to come back. I was like, oh, shoot. So
do people mistake you for a Latino?
Yeah, all the time. And people always ask me what I'm mixed with, and I'd be like, I'm white and black. That's it.
There's
no way.
That's it. That's all you mix with.
So people think that I'm Latino. More
especially now that you got your hair colored darker now.
Well,
especially
it's my natural color.
This is not your natural color.
This is my absolute.
What was your hair color before? Because now I just noticed that it's different.
It was kind of like brown and blonde, and different stuff was going on in it.
This is the natural.
You know, it's dyed, so I got the helmet head right there. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what that is? I don't know what you mean. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because you can see up close. The people can't see it.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that is, but okay. She got helmet head.
But I've had Puerto Ricans literally come up and start speaking Spanish to me and thought that I was one of their cuts. I was like,
I was walking out of Walmart one time and
you'd be like, no.
Somebody was like, and I was like, hi. And it was like, he was so disappointed. I was like, sorry.
He was like, I know this is my sister.
I mean, I should have said hola.
What's up, Brian? Uncle B in the building all the way from New York City. New York City.
What's up, Uncle B?
New York, always in the building. We appreciate our guy, Brian, always here showing us some love. What's going on? Everybody in here, say what's up if you're in the chat. Let us know you're here. If you don't mind, you might be getting ready for work. You might be getting the kids off to school. You might be just rolling over in bed like, man, I got a few more minutes to sleep. But get up. Get up.
Getting the kids to school. So I was late today, and everybody's mad at me.
She's in trouble, just so y'all know. That's after the show.
But I have to honestly say, I left at a good time. I left at 7:20.
Let me see what that coffee says.
What? No,
Oh,
I
go
got
ahead.
this. Listen,
You got
I
this
woke
yesterday?
up. I got this at 5:45 in the morning.
that's
I
early.
left the
That's
house.
early.
I went
That's
and got
real.
it. I came home. I worked out. Me and the kids. So this is cold. Okay?
That's cold. Where's
This
that
is
from?
cold.
No,
It's
we're not
from
doing no
Human
endorsement.
Being.
Human being, they're going to have to do an
Yeah.
endorsement.
But I wanted to say
Gloria.
this. I don't know if anybody else is struggling with the construction and all this other stuff, but I normally drop my son off at St. Thomas, and getting here is a pain from St. Thomas because you gotta think it's like a total opposite side of town, right?
Yeah.
But 62 is always on some trash,
They always on construction.
right? Well, yeah, but it wasn't really. It's not really.
That's not construction anymore. They made it wider so you can get here faster. Now that I think
Yeah,
about it,
but
there's no
The
construction.
traffic is ridiculous. Just so I don't take.
needs a
62.
helicopter or
I go back towards like Trump Road.
Yeah. Because that's supposed to be faster.
Well, I got
It's
kind
not
of
working.
that way. But
We're going to
then
need the
there's
traffic report
construction
coming
over
soon.
here. I
The
can't
traffic
take it
report
anymore.
on
I'm
Lucas
just, like,
Live
over it.
News
I'm over
coming
it.
soon. Stay
I'm
off
over
of
it.
62.
No, I mean you can be on it if you ain't got nowhere to go.
Oh, okay. If you're
Yeah.
not in a hurry,
I mean,
take
if
your
you're not in a
time.
hurry, you ain't got nowhere
62
to go.
is
Get on
backed up this
62.
morning, ladies and gentlemen, as it is every morning. If you're on your way to Case Farms,
It's hard. It's hard
Walmart.
for me to plead my case because I'm late all the time. But today
I know it
really
is. It
tried.
is.
You see, thanks for
It
all
is.
those stars. I
You
see
ain't
them. It's like
giving me no
40
pass,
stars.
Lucas.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's that?
You ain't giving me no
I
pass.
know, right? I'm like, no passes, no passes.
Oh, Gloria. Hi, Gloria.
Gloria wanted to talk to you. She was here
I know.
yesterday.
I'm
She's
so
going to talk to you.
excited about
Yes.
that. I'm
Shout out to
excited.
Phoenix Rising.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Miss
Hey.
Lori. Hello, hello.
Miss
Shout out to
Lori.
Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising is having a game night fundraiser coming up soon, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna check them out.
That
They're
sounds
really
so
cool.
fun.
I didn't realize what Phoenix Rising does. We'll talk about them
they
in the
do so
future.
much.
They fill such a huge role in mental health in this
Yes.
community.
Yeah.
I had no major role.
Yeah, and I don't know if I know when I used to work back in the day for the county board
Mm-hmm.
for mental health, they didn't go under any of our funding, and I thought that was like phenomenal.
how?
I was
Like, great.
ooh,
How y'all doing
because
this?
most of the mental health agencies went under that umbrella,
Yeah.
and they were able to receive our funding and all that other stuff. But I was like, Phoenix Rising is interesting,
doing
and
something.
I would meet case managers from there, and they, but there's a lot of work that they do in the community, and they don't require the county, like
They're
I don't
not
know
as
what they do now,
dependent,
but
yes.
back in the day,
Yeah.
they were not dependent on county funding, which means they were kind of doing their thing.
They're doing their thing. And even their fundraiser is just to do extra. It's icing on the cake. It's not like without it, we're not going to function. It's like they are really like, we talk a lot about mental health and we know a lot of mental health agencies. This is one that I don't know how we weren't as aware of, but they filled a big void when I think the major mental health institution in our community was, I don't want to say defunded, but it went away many years ago. It's about 20 years ago, let's say. And they became Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising is rising from the ashes. They
Yeah.
rose from let's say I want to say the death of, but those institutions leaving, they rose and they met most of the needs. My aunt said, this makes me sad to say this, okay, but my aunt said that so many people, when she got into mental health, she's been in mental health for many years. She said it was very normal to go into a mental health institution and they would say, this person has only been in this institution for 10 years. Only 10 years. She said it was normal that people stayed for their lifetime in mental health institutions. And she said they went in and they changed that. They worked to get people back into the community, to get people the resources they need. I said, 10 years?
It's interesting, 'cause
and that was a
mental
small
health-
amount of, she said people been in mental health institutions. When she first started going into these places,
years.
they had been in there, she said she was say 25 coming out of college, and they had been in there more than her whole life.
That's so
and
sad.
to everybody that was normal. And she said the number of people in mental health institutions now is a very small fraction. There were 3,000 once upon a time, I think she said, in Ohio, and now there's like 300 maybe
Yeah.
or something permanently.
It's interesting because I feel like mental health and DD have had the same approach, right? So it's like mental health's like, let's get these people back out in the community. So then you got all these case managers and people trying to like work these ISPs, these individual service plans, to try to help people get back into the community. They provided housing. They've worked with, you know, like homeless, like the homeless hotline, different things like that. And they all kind of seem to partner to make sure that folks that have mental health have proper housing and things like that. But DD does the same thing now. They've pushed everybody. They've closed the workshops, pushing folks out in the community. They want folks to be part of the community.
Yeah.
I think the great thing about that, though, is that they are, but it also provides jobs.
Yeah.
And opportunities for, especially for communities like us, small communities.
That's really great. And we're going to talk about another organization in our community here in a little bit that we're going to be partnering with in a little bit.
All right, so we're going to jump into Sponsor Spotlight, and we'll be right back after this. All right, so we are heading into our MentorStark mashup right after this. But we want to shout out to our sponsors. So behind us, we have some logos. All we see is a green screen, but you guys get to see this fun backdrop that we have. So we got SCMBA, which you guys will be hearing from one of their members here soon. We have Gerald with Raw Games. If y'all have not played one of his games, you got to play one of his games. They are so fun. We have Jessica Danielle Nail. She was on the show. My days and my weeks are running together. I think it was last week.
It was last week.
It was last week. Our
She
girl
was
came
awesome.
on
And
the
what
show.
she was talking about stuck with me. I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, she was amazing. She did a great job. If you guys did not catch that show, it is on our Facebook, so go back after this show and catch some of that because she did amazing. We have some clips up of her too.
Yeah.
She's gonna be posting some, so you guys just can see some of the topics that she talked about, the points that she made. She's more than nails. She is a phenomenal woman, and a mentor and a leader and just a boss. It's funny because on the show she was struggling with boss and leader, but I think she's more of a leader. But we see her as you know, the boss girl. You know,
Her
so
information about the tariffs.
Yeah,
was interesting because
Yeah.
she was. You asked her a question about like her
new
news,
studio,
right?
yeah.
And it was like held up because of the tariffs, which. Now, I want to say that actually resonated with me because I was like, wow, that hit us low. It hit me sitting here like that's hitting us locally. It's like hitting a local business.
Right.
But after that, I was watching The Breakfast Club, and what's her name? Just Hilarious. She talked about how she went to go get her nails done, and the woman that was doing them didn't have enough stuff to do the nails that she wanted or required. And she talked about how she thought she was going to have to close. She had been open for like 30 years. And so it has stopped like wigs, lashes, nails. And I'm like, we all going to be out here with natural looks here pretty soon.
Yep.
Bring the
But
froze back.
I think it just makes us realize how much we were depending on another country, another place to fund and give and you know, just give us the things that we need. If you look at everything we got, it's all made in China.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's a tricky balance, right? Like the question is, are we overly dependent, or if we make those things in our own country? Well, number one, we don't have everything in our own country. Number two, if we made those things, everything in our own country, the cost of things in our own country, because people don't work here for what they work in other countries.
Yeah.
For somebody to make a wig here, the $10 wig is going to be $100, and the $100 wig is going to be $1,000, and the $1,000 wig is going to be $10,000.
Yeah.
So it's tricky because we want low prices and high quality.
Yeah.
So you can't have it all. So it's with this cup. I'm sure it's from China. Not to see if he's doing that, but this cup is. I don't know where they got their cup from. It's not their cup, right? But it probably is, say, from China, right?
Yeah.
And so
buy me some too, 'cause I need some too.
if we get this cup at a higher price, no business is going to be giving out cups as merchandise or whatever. Like, so it's a very tricky situation.
I think the thought is, I'm not totally against the thought of bringing like jobs back to America and us making these things. I'm not totally against it. I think the process is completely wrong.
Yeah, because it's not as easy as that.
Right, you can't just
bring jobs back. You don't have the manufacturing to do it.
You have to have a process.
And nobody wants to freaking work. Have you noticed how much people don't want to work?
Who you talking to?
People don't want to do regular jobs, let alone work in a factory. Thank you.
Talking to
people don't want to work. Are we talking like people gonna go work in a factory and do what they do?
Me and my husband have had this conversation.
Nobody work over here. Anyway, we're gonna get off of that.
How are people living not working? I'm just trying to figure out because I'm
People don't
trying to
work,
live.
man.
Good
and I work
morning,
every day.
Molly. How
You know
are
what I'm
you? Good morning, Miss Gloria.
That was a
and
great-
Asia.
there's that
Asia said
3,000.
she was gonna stock up on some lashes. I told her to get me some too.
I think I am too.
So
I'm gonna
we
start
also
selling
got
out my trunk.
Lily Pad up here. We have which is our girl right here. We
Lily's
have Legacy
Pad.
Dumpsters and Canton Junk Cars. Those are both owned and operated by our guy Brian Flowers. He is doing amazing. So if you guys have a junk car sitting outside that you need something done with,
Make
call
that money.
him.
Get that cash
If you
today.
guys are moving out, if you're just remodeling and you just need a big dumpster or something to get
Spring cleaning.
whatever spring
Yes.
cleaning, call him, hit him up, and he will come and help you out. SARTA, we love SARTA. SARTA is our local transportation service here in Stark County. They service, Alliance, Maslin, Canton. Did I say Maslin?
You did.
I said that first.
Yes,
okay.
you did.
said it
Lions,
twice.
Maslin, Canton.
You said it twice.
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it twice. That those kind of words don't come out of my mouth. I'm almost cussing on live. Anyways, so yes, SARTA, we love them. They're, learn a little bit more about SARTA if you can. They have a podcast called The Next Stop. But they're more than just public transportation. They help, those in our community that just need rides to doctor's appointments, maybe to, I've said doctor's appointments,
Grocery stores.
I'm sorry,
So
I drew
many
I
things.
drew a blank.
I thought you said jewelry stores.
Yeah, I'm like,
Trying to
wait,
get to the
I know what
They
they
can get
do.
you everywhere.
They can get you
They
everywhere.
can, and they
Absolutely.
do private rides too. So,
They matter.
yeah.
They do a lot.
They do a lot more than people
Yeah,
know, and
they
people
do.
don't. There are in our community there are a need-based service because we don't live in Chicago or Minneapolis or a big
Yes.
city. The big cities, people got their suit and tie on and their briefcase, and they getting on the bus to go where they need to go. We take it for
Yes.
granted sometimes, but if we don't vote for that levy every 5 years or so, and it's coming up soon, and that disappears, you're going to see a lot of people struggling. You don't realize, and you don't need it until you need it. So we got to be careful not to be like, I don't use it, so I don't care. Be
That's
careful
interesting.
because
Yeah. My
Yeah.
brother
Never
lives
know.
in Charlotte, and he has a car, but he takes the bus.
that's how it
to
is in
work
Atlanta. People take the
because-
MARTA.
When I was working at Arrowhead Country Club, and there was an older guy, and I was like, I was saving up to get a car. And he would tell me every day, man, that bus ticket is only this much. All you need to do. And I just
Yeah.
wasn't in the business of wanting to ride the bus. But he rode the bus, and I know, and he was like, I don't know, I think he was like part owner of this thing. And he was
Yeah.
like, I'm riding the bus. Like, I got a
Maybe
Benz
we
at
should
home.
do that. Maybe we should document
go.
us going on a
That
ride.
would be fun.
And
That
I
would be
would love
fun.
to take my kids because I want them to have that experience.
Yeah, 'cause we did it.
Because
Yeah.
I always said I wanted
I
to
rode
take
the
my
bus
kids on
for
the
a
bus.
field
That's a
trip.
good idea.
Yeah, we should document what's the
Yeah.
process of
Yeah,
getting a
you get a
ticket.
transfer, how you do
like,
it.
How do you do it? Because people shy away from it. But to your point, like Danny was saying, like, hey, he's telling her, like, hey,
Get on
girl,
that bus.
Get on that
If
bus.
you go to a big city, you better get on that
Listen,
bus.
last weekend
You might as well do that.
last week after the show, we all kind of conquered and divided. Lucas was hosting an event with child and adolescents, and Chase Bryant
Yes.
was there.
Was so
He
cool.
got to interview him, hear him perform, and celebrate the 50th anniversary of child adolescence. So I'm sure you had a great time. You and Kelly did that. Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Really cool. Shout out to Child and Adolescents, another organization that helps with child mental health and other services. But we don't realize so often some of the things we're battling with mental health as people get older starts in childhood. A lot of that stuff starts, and they're doing so much great work in the community to help kids. I know as we work in early childhood, Child and Adolescents is a partner with so many schools and every organization, and they're there to help so many kids and so many families. And the fact that they've been in this community for 50 years means so much. Shout out to their board, shout out to their director, shout out to everybody over there. And then shout out to Employers Health for sponsoring Chase Bryant to come in. And he not only did an interview and talked about his battle with suicide and other things, and things like that, which was phenomenal. He also sang a couple songs, which was really cool to be in an event like that, where you come and everybody's sitting around the tables and you go to all those events and they're very much the same. Sometimes I always feel like, but to have this guy then perform and just be such a powerful singer and performer. And he's been around the world and been on stage with everybody, and for him to come be on stage with us was special.
Awesome. My dad is in the chat for the first time.
What's up?
He said, I think we need to start doing things for ourselves so we don't have to depend on China or other countries to do it for us.
Yeah.
Tiff, I'm gonna talk real fast. Tiff, can you please exit out of that thing behind it because it's making the the comments like white? Yes, it was a little too light. I had to set it on live, y'all. I'm sorry, but I couldn't see what was being read or was being said. But yeah, I agree. I agree. We do. I think we do need to step it up as United States of America. We depend. I mean, it's great to have alliances and depend.
Yeah.
But to solely depend on things that we use in our everyday lives, and then to look and see that businesses could go out of business after 30 plus years is kind of absurd.
I think
we're
not.
that's crazy.
I'm sorry.
No, I think people like your dad. Your dad is someone who I see who is like a hard worker. Like came from a generation of people like. He gonna get his hands dirty. He gonna do what he got to do, right? Like if it's a factory job, if it's whatever it is, he gonna do it, right? Like I said, my concern is that generation of people is so lost.
It is lost.
That if we bring those jobs back, they're gonna go to robots and androids and all this weird stuff, and then we're gonna be like, what we're gonna be? It's not gonna bring us job. I don't even know if we're gonna fix the problem. Like it's such a weird world we live in because
it's a wider scope than I think.
It's
people
complicated
know.
now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, now 50 years ago, 70 years ago, you do something like this and you bring those jobs back. The Timken Company, Republic Steel, the people went to steel mills and they worked those jobs proudly. Right now, you put a steel mill in this community, you know they can't.
These boys is too pretty for that.
Thank you. Nobody wants to work.
They are mad because the nail shops are running out of stuff.
They're not doing it.
The boys is gonna be
I will
mad.
say
They're not
this,
doing it. Nobody's
another
doing it.
impact that it's having, though, not just on businesses, is like medical equipment and things like that for people who are in need, and keeps them alive. So a lot of the medical equipment that is made overseas, and it helps keep some of these kids alive, some of the like older elderly folks and things like that. And they're just making these decisions to do this, whatever they're doing with these tariffs. But these kids don't have the medical equipment that they need to stay alive.
Right.
And so it's not just impacting business, it's also impacting health.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you heard that or not.
I think the audience that you said medical equipment is being impacted by it, and it's impacting people's true health.
Even for kids, for little kids, like whether they need like a heart monitor or different things like that, it's being stopped right now.
So
that equipment is not being shipped to these families, and so these families are saying, "No, I'm keeping my child in the hospital because I don't trust them being at home with me because I don't have the proper equipment to keep my child alive, or my grandmother, or my my parent, or whomever that it is that they're caring for, and this medical equipment is not getting overseas. It's not getting to us.
Right.
So it's wider than just business. It's our healthcare. It's just really impacting us, period.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, we're going to keep things moving. We have a packed show. We have a guest coming on at 9 o'clock. We have a lot of fun things happening before he comes on, so we are going to get to all of that real quick. Before we get to the next thing, our community spotlight, we want to hit you guys with our MentorStark mashup, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. So, shout out to MentorStark. Last week, I said we went to Dave & Buster's and we hung out with them. We had a good time. Miss Betty Smith was in there and she was putting up some buckets and she was making some shots and just having a ball, having a good time. I hope if anybody did buy power cards, thank you so much. That really helped MentorStark. That helped us. If you bought some and didn't come out, still thank you because you can still use those and they'll still help us in the future.
Yes.
We are shifting gears to our community spotlight, and we have some really cool things happening. So we met with Chasing Hope House, and they are, again, I've talked about it before, they're an organization that helps foster kids that age out of the system, and I think this is a major, major, major thing to have in our community, and it's a major thing for us to support. So they are having a lip sync battle, which Lucas and I will be the host of that. We're having a lip sync battle with all of like Canton officials. So like the mayor's office will be there. I think Lamar Sharp is going to be there.
That'll be fun to watch.
Yes,
that's gonna be
there are going to be just some city officials having some fun, doing a lip sync battle. Lucas and I think we're going to try to put up do a little 1-2. I'm not sure yet.
We got to do something.
But what they're looking for are kid vendors. These are kid-run vendors or teenage-run vendors. So if you have a little one or a teenager in school that has a business, we are looking for you. They make, again, baked goods, handmade jewelry, or it doesn't matter. Whatever they do, we want them at this lip sync battle. So the event is on June 7th, and you can contact Chase at info@Chasing Hope House. If you are interested, if you have a teenager or a child interested in being a vendor, we want to see them out. It's a free table and free admission, and whoever comes with the child also gets in for free. Okay, so this is all for you guys, and you can get whatever you sell, you keep. Nothing goes towards it, so this is all for you. So come on out and enjoy that. And if you do not have tickets yet, head over to Chasing Hope House and you can get all the information for tickets there. They're $25, $30. I forget.
Yeah. I think they're going to be
reasonable, but
$25
again,
or $30. Yes.
Whatever the cost is, these proceeds are going to create like a dorm style living for the teenagers, not adults, because they're 18 is not an adult.
Right.
For the teenagers that are aging out of the system, for them to have somewhere to go, because the reality is, if you don't know, the reality is when they are aging out of the system, they have nowhere to go unless their foster parent is willing to keep them, unless somebody is willing to bring them in. If not, they're homeless. That's it.
So just to clarify, just for me and maybe some people that don't know, because I have this question. So this building has not been created.
It has not been created yet.
They believe they have land. They're looking at land. I think
downtown Canton.
Canton. Yep. Okay. With another organization. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah. So yeah, they're looking at building. They have a drawing, I think, of a building they're looking to build. I think there may be a plan to possibly renovate a building if they have to. Okay. But they really would like to build a new building, a side for boys and a side for girls.
Okay.
Because there is some help when you age out. Like they may put you in an apartment sometime for a small amount of time. But what happens is, if you have no life skills and you get your own apartment for the first time, you let the wrong people in, you tear it up, you mess it up. You need a family still. You need support.
So
when we were talking
is raising money for that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Chasing Hope. That's their whole organization, and they will run that whole business, and that'll be a part of their whole organization. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So also today is Friday. And it's the first Friday of the month. So that means it is First Friday, and it is a Cinco de Mayo theme happening downtown. So I hope there's going to be some taco food trucks down there. I really want some of that.
It has to be.
I really want some of that. I don't know what that meant.
Tiff is a taco food truck connoisseur. She chases them down. She will chase one down.
Yes. So we have the Summer Street Festival's First Friday back, and they have the Kids Zone at the YMCA. They have inflatable area, just a whole little kid area, and I think that's all sponsored by CSC. So shout out to CSC. They also have a marachi. Is that how you say it? Marachi? Marachi band. They're gonna have a marachi band down there down there today. So I want to go and see that. But
why do I feel like the taco truck is gonna be right there?
Right,
for
that's
sure,
right.
for sure.
It's all gonna be in one spot,
You know,
right
the street
there.
vendors, the stilt walkers, the mariachi band. So come on down and celebrate Cinco de Mayo with First Fridays. Happens every first Friday of the month. You can catch it, especially in the summertime. The summertime is always a ball. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't rain today. I don't know what the
hoping it does not
forecast
rain.
is.
Is it supposed to?
I don't know, but
I
it's
just
been
got my
raining
hair
here
done
every
and
single
You just got
day.
your hair
Ain't nobody got
did.
time for that.
You ain't got time for it to be poofing up.
I ain't
Does
got
it
time
poof
for that
up?
biracialness.
happens.
All that stuff
to
that's
happen.
happening.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah.
about?
Mhm.
Where just this happens.
Yeah, it was. Well, there was one product that I was using that
chance.
they would not make that happen, but then I learned how bad it was for you, and I mean
no,
like
what is
bad,
it?
so bad that the person, even if you had a hairstylist that was using it touching her fingers and you inhaling it is bad for you. This is a TikTok thing. I bought this stuff, and when I was using it, when I was blow drying my hair at first, I was like, oh, it feels like hay. I hope that it goes back to how it was, then I flat ironed it and it felt really good. And a lot happened. Like the next day, a lot happened to me. Next day was my birthday last year. So a lot had happened.
No
And
way.
Yes, a lot had happened. And I was not taking care of my hair. I was in the shower. It did not poof up. It stayed. It stayed where it needed to stay. I didn't wrap it. I didn't do anything. I was
Nothing.
like,
You
I
was
felt,
like, ooh.
I felt like, you know how you do your hair and then something
Yeah.
happens and then you go to sleep and you're like, man, I did all that work and on my hair.
Yeah.
It stayed bone straight.
You felt like Slick Rick.
I was like, I can
So
do
it worked,
anything.
but it's dangerous?
It worked, but it's dangerous.
What are we allowed to say?
It's
what
real
it is?
oil.
What is it? Am
It's,
I using
Valvoline.
it's
Where
like
is it?
something wow. It's like in the, y'all probably know what I'm
It's
talking
like-
about.
It's
like
in
only live for a few
silver
seconds. Wow.
bottle. I got
Okay.
it off the TikTok shop, and it was like
It's from
it had
China.
wow on it, like
Yeah.
black letters. I can't remember like what.
Wow, I'm surprised you survived. That's what
Yeah,
it says.
I know.
Wow.
And like
It's
it's so
wow.
crazy because
Wow,
I
you
put
made it.
everybody
They're
on.
like, wow.
Like I was
You're
working
a return customer.
I was
Wow.
working in a salon, and I had told two girls about it. So they both went out and bought it because I was like, bro, this is so good. My hair. And then when they use it, that's Sharita's one that told me like, this is bad. Like this is bad for you. Like I read on the review. I read the ingredients, and just at her as a stylist, she was like, what is this stuff in here? And then when she looked it up, she was like, oh no, this is
Ooh,
bad for you.
yeah.
This is bad.
Right.
So
Wow.
we're just gonna have to just
Shout out
deal
to
with
Sharita,
the
always with the
humidity
haircut.
and let it poof up, I guess.
Yes.
But speaking of Cinco de Mayo, I created a game that we're going to play a little bit later, right after this Thunderbolts thing. Wait, no. We're gonna play a game later. I want to know if you know your Spanish or not. Okay, so if you know some words, stay tuned. And play with us, okay? But before we do that, we want to give a shout out to our intern, Alex. Alex has been with us for a couple months now. And last week, he came to us with the idea about doing like a movie review and letting people know what to expect in the new movie
That's so cool.
Thunderbolts that's coming out tonight. It's in theaters tonight. Marvel Thunderbolts. He has said he has watched every single Marvel movie, so he knows what there is to know, okay? So he sat down in here, and he would have did this thing in one take if it wasn't for me and Lucas messing some stuff up, and Tiff. Okay, we all messed it up. Alex was the only one that was perfect. I don't know where we was at.
He probably was like, what y'all doing?
The second one, we didn't get the
Right,
audio.
right.
Like, it was just some things happening.
Right. He killed it in one take, though. He did.
He killed it. Our editor, us at Footage Fusion, I almost said our editors, but us at Footage Fusion edited this video, and I hope you guys like it as much as we do. We was in here like a whole movie theater watching it. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to his dad. Shout out to his mom. Alex.
Yes.
Here is the Thunderbolts. What you need to know.
Marvel's Thunderbolts is coming out May 2nd, and you've probably been seeing trailers all over the internet for it and are wondering, what the heck is going on? Who are these people? What are they from? Why does the Avengers look so different? Where's Chris Hemsworth? And so many more questions. Face it, Marvel movies today basically have required reading for every new movie or show you want to see. And if you haven't done your homework, you're going to be very confused. That's where I come in. I'm Alex, and I've seen every single Marvel movie and show and read a lot of the comics. I know what they're based on, I know who these characters are, and I'm going to give you that wisdom. Starting with the newest movie, Thunderbolts, so that you can enjoy the movie in theaters without being confused. Starting off, who the heck are the Thunderbolts? Well, they're Marvel's team of reformed villains. Basically, all the former bad guys get a chance to be good and earn some time off, kind of like community service. To any DC fans, they'll see the similarities to DC's own Suicide Squad, but they're totally different, and Marvel just so happened to have the idea of a reformed team of villains 38 years after DC had success with their own team of reformed villains. I'm sure it's just a quinky dink. The lineup of the movie has Red Guardian, Ghost, Yelena, Bucky Barnes, Taskmaster, and John Walker. That's a lot of people, and they're from a lot of different stuff. Starting with Black Widow. To many people who didn't see it, don't worry, you didn't miss much. Red Guardian, Yelena, and Taskmaster all made their debut in that movie. Red Guardian, played by David Harbour of Stranger Things fame, is basically Russian Captain America, a super soldier with a shield and a fun-loving attitude. He was Black Widow's adopted father before she became the super spy we all know. Yelena, played by Florence Pugh, who you saw plenty of in 2023's Oppenheimer, if you know what I mean, is in a similar vote. Black Widow's adopted sister, who also became a super spy. Basically Black Widow, but blonde, and with a much sassier attitude. She also appeared in Disney Plus's Hawkeye, as she was trying to kill the titular character, but they made up and she's cool now. Taskmaster, played by French-Ukrainian actress Olga Kurylenko, known for her role in James Bond Quantum of Solace, is a much more complicated character. The daughter of the leader of the Black Widows, a massive group of super spies, she has a special suit which allows her to perfectly mimic anything she's ever seen. She portrayed her father and stopped the life of an assassin, but she's kept the suit and the skills she's seen. She's got the fighting skills of Black Widow, Black Panther, and Captain America combined, the aim of Hawkeye, and so many more skills. Keeping with reformed villains, Winter Soldier, aka James Bucky Barnes, played by Sebastian Stan, first appeared in the first Avenger all the way back in 2011, 14 years ago, as Bucky, and then in Captain America Winter Soldier as the Winter Soldier. Bucky was thought to be dead after a mission with Cap where he fell into an icy lake in Russia, but he was found by evil Nazi scientists at Hydra that brainwashed him into an unfeeling killing machine for the next half century, before Cap snapped him out of it in the modern day. He was Cap's best friend and a fellow super soldier. He's the leader of the Thunderbolts and likely to be the main character of this movie. Next up is Ghost, played by Hannah John Common. She was a child who was caught in a machine explosion that made her body into that of a ghost. She can walk through walls and turn invisible. Trained as an assassin by S.H.I.E.L.D. until she fled and started being a freelance thief to try and find a cure for her condition. She was last seen in Ant-Man and the Wasp, where the shrinking duo were helping her get back on her feet and find a cure for her condition, but it seems they were unsuccessful. Finally, we have John Walker, aka U.S. Agent, played by Riot Russell, son of Kurt Russell, yes, that one. After Captain America retires, he becomes the new Cap, getting injected with a super soldier serum and taking up the shield. However, he was a tad unstable in the head, leading him to murder a member of the group Flag Smashers in broad daylight with his shield. This quickly turns the public against him, and he's been stripped of his captain status. Struggling with the psychological fallout of this incident, he was last seen in the Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But I bet you're thinking, in a movie starring a bunch of villains, who's the villain in this? Gandhi? Well, no. Our antagonist is a brand new hero called the Sentry, played by Louis Pullman, who you may recognize from his role as Bob in Top Gun Maverick. Sentry is very complicated and frankly don't have enough time to explain everything about him. But basically he's Superman but scared of himself and has a demonic side that seems to be in the driver's seat based on the trailers. Sentry has, and I quote, the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, and he's terrified of that, so he doesn't get out much. That's when his darker side called the Warp steps in, and it's all for going for a joyride. So that's our lineup of heroes and villains, and everything you need to know about who the heck these people are, where they came from, and what they can do. Thanks for listening, and I hope you can enjoy Marvel's Thunderbolts without going, huh? Every minute.
Huh?
What
did you guys think about that?
I'm
Shout out to
impressed.
Alex.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I
Alex
mean, it's so amazing how you see people's different gifts, and like that's a gift.
Yeah.
Like he's done the research, he knows all that. Like, it's such a gift, and people don't know the depths of that kind of thing. But like he sped through it. Look how he knows that.
Yes,
That's some serious
yes,
knowledge.
yes. He put
That's
that
a
together,
gift.
that script. He gave me the idea, and then he sat there and did. And they said, I'm done.
Wow.
I was like, okay, read it to me. He read it to me, and I was sitting, like, listening to him, like, so you're going to come back on Thursday and record it, and we're going to have it for the show next week? He was like, yeah, I'll do that. He came and sat down and recorded it, and voila.
Voila.
So, shout
Put a
out
little
to
footage
Alex.
fusion sauce on there.
Yeah.
Alex, phenomenal. It's cool when you get interns to come in and, you know, they could come in and be like, I don't really want to do nothing, or I can get your coffee and I'll sit down. Alex, when we interviewed him, he said, I'm a programmable robot. And I said, I've never heard anybody, I've interviewed thousands of people, right, literally. And what he meant was, I can do whatever you ask me to do, and I'm willing to learn to do anything you want me to learn. And that is not something you see. This young guy is like, I'm smart enough to learn. Teach me, ask me. I'll learn it. I'll figure it out. So he's done that for us for months now. He's been with us for months. And just now, he gives us an idea of something he's passionate about. And I just honor that. You put in the work. You do it. Denzel Washington said this in The Great Debaters, and I think he says this in life. You do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. And I taught my kids that. You do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Don't not clean your room and then ask me to go hang out with your friends. Don't not do the dishes. Now, do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. And he's earned it, and he is phenomenal. We're looking forward to more of those.
Shout out to Alex. That was
Alex.
so
Five
good.
family. Shout out to
you,
James,
Kareen.
Jeannie,
She
Five.
said that was great. I love a good movie, so I love this idea. Yes. And then Tyler said that was awesome. It was. Shout out to Alex. All right, y'all. So in honor of Single Day Mayo happening, what is that? Monday.
Yes.
We're gonna play a game, and it is called, is it Spanish or is it made up? So, do you know your Spanish? Tag somebody that might be a Spanish whiz, that might know their Espanol. I don't know. We're going to see if they really know their stuff. If y'all know your stuff, this is the game that y'all have to play with us.
And you got to tell us what it means. If you know it, what is it, and what does it mean?
Y'all got to get in these comments and let us know. If it's real, if it's a real word, what does it mean in English? And if it's not a real word, just let us know. That is not a real word. What are you talking about? That's not it.
Or guess what you think it means.
Yeah.
That would be cool. If you think it's an English word and you don't know what it means, tell us what you think it means.
All right. So are y'all ready? I need y'all.
Totally
y'all not
gonna
tagging
fail
nobody.
this
Say,
game.
come play with me. Come play.
Your dad said Alex did a great job. Thank you guys for showing him some love. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Kareen. Thank you guys for showing our guy Alex some love. Shout out again to Jeannie and James, Phi, and Alex and the Phi family.
All right.
Shout out to
I
them.
tagged my person. Did y'all tag y'all person to tell them to come on play and play with us? Let's go. Let's go. Let's play this game. Okay. Let me see. Where's Officer Sharp at? Let me tag him.
You gonna tag him?
Come on in here and play the game. Okay. We're gonna play in about 30 seconds. Do you know your Spanish? First of all, does anybody know Spanish? What
I
words
took
do
3
y'all
years.
know?
I know.
Well, y'all said y'all did.
Come on, I know. Puedo ir al baño.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Can I go to the bathroom? That's what I used to ask the teacher all the time. Puedo ir al baño?
No
I think
bueno.
that's. Can I go to the bathroom? That's how you get out of Spanish class.
No bueno.
No bueno?
No
You
bueno.
know that? No bueno?
All right.
No mas. I learned no
No
mas
mas.
because Muhammad Ali was beating up Roberto Duran so bad. He just kept saying, no mas, no mas.
Let me know more.
He was saying, no more.
That's what it sounds
No
like.
mas,
If
no
you're
mas.
standing with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he
and
was like,
you
no
hear
mas,
somebody
no
say
mas,
no
no
All right,
mas.
y'all, get in here,
Like,
get
don't
in
beat
here.
me up.
If y'all, do you know your Spanish? Okay, I'm going to put y'all to the test. Here we go. What is the first one? Bambusta. Is that how you say it? Bambusta. Bambusta. What y'all think? I think it's a...
That
it's
sounds
a
Italiano.
Bambusta.
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 Is this a Spanish word for real, or is it made up? Bambusta. If it is a Spanish word, what y'all think it means? I don't know this word.
So I have a question. If it's not a Spanish word, is it a word?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it actually means something. But you know what? Unfortunately, what does it mean?
The game maker. This is not the Hunger Games.
Sure,
The
they said
game
not
maker.
Spanish. That's not a
Spanish.
Spanish word? You don't think? You think that's a Spanish word?
No, Espanol.
Bambusta.
Sade, did you take Spanish? Did you take Espanol?
You hear how I'm saying that? That gotta be Spanish.
At Es Elmacelones, did you take Espanol?
Bambusta. That's what makes me feel like somebody would, like when you eating spaghetti and meatballs, somebody goes,
So you think it's
"Bambusta."
Italiano?
It just sounds
You think
Italiano.
so?
Yeah.
So guess what it means. If you think it's whatever language you think it is, bamboozled, right?
Bamboozled.
All right, thank you. Tyler's guess is it means bamboozled in Spanish.
Right.
I like that, Tyler. Good guess. What do you guys think it means in Spanish? If it is Spanish, what does it mean? If it's not Spanish, what would it mean if it's not? So if it was, it does sound quite
Thanks,
Italian,
Tiff.
don't it?
Thanks,
Right? Yeah. Bambusta, right? Right.
What the heck?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Bambusta, right?
No ninjas.
Bamboostas, right? Made up, okay. MKCT. Oh, the broadcast media class is here. What's up? I'm McKinley. What's up?
McKinley is in the chat. McKinley has entered the chat. Shout out to, again, MentorStark and Lori Moline. She had brought some McKinley students to the studio. We had a good time with them. They was in here cutting up.
They did a
we
great
did
job.
like
That looks
3.
so fun.
Yeah, it was
so
really fun. It's
good.
always fun. We did like 3 impromptu podcasts. They was able to come over here and talk to each other, clown with each other, do their thing. And then we had some Dairy Queen, and we got to eat together and just talk with each other, get some pictures in. They're going to come back next week and record a full podcast. So good morning to you guys.
That's awesome.
What's
They
up,
said it is
Jen?
made
What's up,
up.
everybody?
And you know what? Okay, I'm going to give it to y'all. This one is made up.
And bamboozle.
This is a made-up word.
Okay,
It
no
is
español.
not Spanish.
Is it a real word though?
It is not a real word.
Oh,
Okay,
It is
bambusta.
I'm gonna
completely.
start saying it though. Bamboo.
Bamboo.
I know, right? Bambusta. Is that a good
Yeah.
thing or a bad thing?
It
Right.
sounds good to me.
It
If
sound
you eat
good to you?
spaghetti and meatball,
Okay,
bambusta.
busta.
Eat the spaghetti
Eat
and
the
the
spaghetti
meatball.
and
Right.
Chef
It's made up.
Boyardee.
All right.
Did you
let's
know
see.
Chef Boyardee's
What's
name
the
was Chef
next one?
Boyardee?
Chef Boyardee.
It's Chef Boyardee, not
What
Chef
is
Boyardee.
the next one? All right. Tiburon. I don't know how to say it. Tiburon. I don't know. Do you know how to say it?
You're the game maker.
That doesn't mean anything.
Tiburon.
I've never seen a Spanish word ever in my life. I'm not gonna lie. If it is a Spanish word, I've never seen it.
We'll have to go to Google and see how.
I got it. I got
pronounce
the
it.
Don't.
answers.
All
I
right,
got
you
the
guys,
answers.
audience, you guys are not allowed to Google. Is it a Spanish
right.
word or
Is
not?
this an
Hey,
actual
Lord,
Spanish word or is it a made-up word? McKinley students,
let us
y'all
know.
in school, who's taking Spanish?
Yes.
If y'all don't
Yes.
know this, I'm calling there and
Type
I'm
some
telling y'all
names
your
in the
Spanish
chat.
teacher.
Our
Like, I wanna-
communications,
let
and
us know.
media broadcast
Is
class.
this a Spanish word or not?
What's up?
Okay,
Bracel
Miss
says
Russell
it's
said
made
it's
up.
made up.
All right.
All right, who else thinks it's made up?
Y'all let us know. Is it made up or is it truly
Is
Spanish?
it made up or is it a real Spanish
Our Cinco
word?
de Mayo game. Now, don't cheat. If you
Now, don't
cheat,
be
it's
out
no
there.
fun.
Don't be out there looking up the word.
It's no
now.
fun if you do
You
that.
either gotta know it or you don't.
Yeah, guess. And then what do you think it means?
What
Just
do you
guess.
think it
That's what
means?
makes the
Just
game
guess.
fun.
Then have fun. Drop your answers in the comments. What do you think this is? Is it made up or is it real? Don't be on y'all be Googling nothing. I'm gonna know.
Y'all over here, we know
I'm
because we
gonna
see you
know.
drop off
and
the
I
broadcast.
feel like if y'all know the answer, y'all Google it because I feel like
seen
even
you drop
even the
off the
high
I
call.
seen
school
you drop
kids,
off the
can't be
broadcast.
involved.
even the
no
high
more.
school
Right.
kids, this word right here we wasn't taught. So if it's real, I ain't never seen it.
Sade thinks it's real. Devon thinks it's real.
Sometimes I think it's real. I think it's
Don't know what it
Spanish, but I don't
means.
know what it means.
Barack, what's up? Our guy Barack. Remember our guy
made
Barack?
up. Yeah,
What's up, Barack? He's
Okay.
from the broadcast media class. He was quite a character.
Saya, leave me alone. Yes, I can.
All right. Tambourine. All right. It might mean
Tambourine, maybe.
Does it?
Okay, it means running on your tiptoes.
It means running on your tiptoes. We'll see.
Somebody
All
said
right.
made up.
Good
All right,
guess.
all right.
Good guess.
All right, y'all ready? You ready to know?
Yeah, we're
right.
ready.
I want to know.
This is a Spanish word,
You can't put an accent over everything.
and this word. I love y'all. Y'all
Kareem
talking about
says tambourine.
All right, I'm gonna shock y'all with this, okay? This word means
Real.
shark.
What's up, people?
It does?
Shark.
Shark.
Oh.
This
So Shark
word
Tank is
means
What the
shark,
H?
y'all. I know.
know, what the
Listen, I know y'all
tambourine?
be thinking because some Spanish words sound like an English word.
So how do you
It ain't.
actually pronounce it?
I'm about to look it
You
up
gonna
and
look it
have
up
it
and
say
play
it.
in the
It'll
thing?
say it. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
play it in
All
the
right.
thing.
So this, yes, it is real. It's real, and it means shark. So this one means shark. All right.
All right.
Okay. You gonna
Let's
play
see.
it?
Let's see here.
Tiburón.
Tiburón.
Tiburon. Tiburon.
Women.
Tiburon. Oh, I
more
like
time
that.
for the people.
Tiburon. Sorry.
One more
It
time.
even said it.
Tiburón.
Tiburon.
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 Tiburon. All right. What about this next
Oh no,
one?
Tiburon. Tiburon.
What about this
I had to
next
run, I
one?
had to run.
Is this made up
Just
or
a-
is this a real word? Friola. How do you think you
Fritos?
say it? Yeah, this one.
Well,
I
Jay
think-
is
I think
right.
Frio. Yeah.
Right.
Friola.
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 So,
Fritos.
So I think this means fries.
I think it
you
means
think it means
Fritos.
fries?
Give me a bag of Fritos.
Friolas.
Fritas.
Give me some Friolas.
Man,
Because if you
I
put
want
it
it cheap.
Give me some
It
I
looks
want
like
it on the
something that
Friola.
you clean. It looks like a
Give me
cleaning word.
some
the
Friola.
Friola. Right. How
What do
much
y'all
is it?
think? Is this
For
a
you,
real word
it's
or not?
Friola. For you, $100. For you, it's Friola.
This is Spanish for bean.
All right, good guess. Spanish for
Okay,
bean. Give us your
Spanish
best
for
guesses.
bean.
Is it real or is it fake? And what does it mean? I think it
using
means
these words
cheap.
today.
Right. We got to use these words today, whether they real or not.
Oh my God.
Man, we go to First Friday, be like, can I get that lemonade for the Friola? Like,
With some Fritos.
$10.
Can I get it for the Friola
Hey.
with some
With some Friolas?
Fritos?
Oh, Sade said Spanish for beans. Someone said, ain't that beans? Ooh, it might
Okay,
be.
Josiah said beans.
It might
too.
be. I don't know. I
All
think it's
right.
food.
Devon said
Ooh,
beans.
Okay, I don't know. I thought it was food too. I
I
said
can't
fries.
believe y'all don't think it's Fritos.
Okay. All right. I see him coming in. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You guys were sadly confused with frijo, which means beans, but this is friola, whatever. This is made up. I made this up. This ain't a real word. Good try. Y'all was all on the
So
right.
They was on the right
page, though.
track.
Y'all, the word that y'all was looking for was FRIJOL.
ES.
Yeah. And
ES.
so I added some other stuff in there. This is made up.
I'm using
made
this
up.
word. I'm gonna be like, can you give me them chili cheese Friolas?
Right.
Friolas. I'm like, huh?
Like, what?
All right,
With
what's
bean?
the next one? What's the next one? Let's
Good
keep it
guesses,
moving,
everybody.
keep it
Good guesses.
moving. All right. I don't know.
She said,
What does this mean, y'all?
We don't even
Is
know.
this? I know.
What's
Is
the
it,
word?
I don't know how to say it.
When you go,
Carica. Carica. I said it right. Carica.
Correctamando.
Carica.
Carica.
oh man,
Carica.
nah.
Is that real or made up?
She said, is it real?
I'm not
He
cheating.
said, nah, you cheated.
No, I confused y'all. And y'all mad. She said,
Something
I
ain't right.
confused y'all.
Carica?
He said, Rochelle says that's
She
fake.
said fake.
This one's
I
fake.
don't know. Carica.
Carica. You hear how I'm saying it? I got to be a Spanish word. Come on now.
Carica.
Carica.
Remember that song where they be like, Carica.
I don't know, I feel like
All right, so
Carica.
it's definitely a Spanish word.
Carica.
That song, one of my favorite songs back in the
probably a
day.
Spanish
It
word.
was Salina y los Ninos. They used this
gotta put it in my
Carica. Carica.
I don't know. I'm feeling like I
Y'all
want
remember
like,
Salinas?
I want some nachos.
Salinas.
What-
Selena, listen, let me, while we
you
talk
want some
about this,
nachos?
you
Somebody
know she
said
do.
made up.
Let me tell y'all something real
I'm
quick.
talking about.
Hey, Jasmine Marie,
Jazz,
thank you
that's
for
Uncle
being in there.
B's wife.
It's Uncle B's wife. What's up? Jasmine Marie in the
Good morning.
building.
Oh,
What's up?
she is Puerto Rican. So, honey,
Oh, she no.
get
Wait,
out
no,
the chat.
don't tell her. She might know. Don't tell her. No, right. No, but no, she can play. She can play.
So
She can
if
play.
you do
Listen,
this,
and she laughing.
Carica,
She's
Carica.
All right, y'all. Okay.
No, wait. Hold on, Carica. Oh no, wait. I was gonna say, Selena, the movie Selena. We watched it in Spanish class
I
in
remember.
McKinley. All I
That
know,
was like 30 years old.
I
for
was.
you.
It was back in the day.
I love
Okay.
that movie.
All I know is I was in class, and I remember I think it was Justin Cherry. We were sitting in class looking at each other like, don't break. That movie was so sad at the end.
Really?
You was gonna cry?
We was trying
not
not
to.
to.
Because of J-Lo's butt.
Well, that
Okay, I didn't know what y'all was talking
that
about.
was the beginning of the movie. By the end, though, we was trying not to cry.
LJ in the chat.
All right,
She was
y'all.
real.
Carica.
What's up?
Carica.
It's Johnny
Is it made up
Carica.
or is it fake?
Carica.
He said, "Don't break, don't
Or I mean,
break."
is it
I'm like,
real?
I'm thinking about booty,
Guys,
booty, booty.
it is
Selena,
a made up word. It's a made up word. Selena is my girl. I love that. All right. So it's fake. But, it's actually, it means bald in Portuguese.
Bald.
Bald?
Yeah.
In Portuguese?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, about this
He's
next
Carica.
one. The Baron.
You Carica.
The Baron. Am I
Thank
saying
you,
it right?
Josiah.
Why do you
Why you call that man?
call
Oh,
that man?
good job. Good looking out, my man.
Because
Thank
he
you.
graduated 30 years ago.
How many years you graduated?
From
20 years ago?
2000s. No.
20?
No.
You graduated 10 years after me.
10. So I've
Wait a minute.
graduated
What's your class?
13.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ain't nobody got time for
Sorry.
Ain't nobody got time for
Sorry.
that. She's still old compared to
Sorry.
all these young kids
So
that
your
came
head
in
is Carica?
Carica. All right,
Yes,
listen,
Carica.
we have a new one. Tabaran.
By choice, not because.
Tabaran. I said that good,
by
didn't I?
choice.
Tabarang.
All right, is that real or fake? And if
do
it's
that one
real,
right?
What's the word?
What's
Did
it mean?
we already did this one? When this
No.
tambourine one?
Is
Oh,
it
no.
Zapato?
Oh no, it wasn't. No, that was.
Which one is it?
Did we?
Isn't this one
We
people
did-
thought was tambourine?
Oh,
this
I'm
is the
sorry.
one. We
Skip
did
that
this
one.
one.
We already did that one.
We didn't do the
We didn't do
Zapato.
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 Zapato
Uh-oh.
sound.
That's it?
We
Zapato
don't have
is not
Zapato on there.
I put the wrong one in.
Zapato.
Dang.
All right, y'all. The word is Zapato. It's not on there. Z-A-P.
P-A-T-O.
Zapato. Is Zapato made up or real? I'm sorry.
Zapato.
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 LaJohna says Zapato is
Go back to that. Is it Spanish or made up? That way they're
I
not
don't know
confused.
why I'm getting daycare.
That
vibes,
was
but it feels
Shark.
like
That
Sorry.
was Shark. Now she's
potty.
learning. See,
Right,
Sade
we
here
teaching y'all
learning.
something.
We
All right,
teaching y'all
Zapato.
Zapato.
Z-A-P-A-T-O.
I need to
like
use the Zapato.
potato.
Yes.
I need
Potato.
to- I
Okay,
need to
somebody
go-
said it's real.
Okay.
I need to use.
All right,
What do you
Zapato.
guys think Zapato means?
Zapato means
Oh, somebody
shoes.
She
said
thinks it means shoes.
Okay.
I say
What's
potty.
up, Devon?
I gotta use
Zapato.
Zapato.
You need to use
Zapato.
Zapato?
I need to
Zapato
go
is
to the
shoes.
Zapato.
Zapato
You need to
is
use Zapato.
shoes. All right. They are correct. Zapato means shoes.
Oh,
It does.
Yep.
Tie your Zapatos
means
right now.
Shoes. Yes.
Zapatos.
Good job.
Jasmine said that's
Jazz
real.
like that's real because she know.
He was
period.
like, get over here, get
Get
on
over
this
here,
game.
get on
You
this
know this
game.
stuff.
They know all this stuff. Listen, I wish I had a prize for y'all.
He was like,
but
you
I
know.
don't.
Oh, man.
Thank you guys for
I'm
playing.
gonna- okay, so
I just
this
wanted to
means
get y'all in the
submarine.
spirit. You know,
Okay.
you can go downtown
this still
tonight
means
and
Fritos.
enjoy
I don't
First
care what
Friday. They are having a Cinco de Mayo. Okay, Sade.
We pronouncing the words all wrong. We
I'm
blowing
sorry.
it.
I'm gonna take Spanish this year, and next time I'm gonna be on it, and I'm gonna be over
Sade,
here.
in my defense,
holding it
earlier
down.
in the show, I did say I've completely flunked Spanish. I didn't
skipping
go to
class.
Spanish class. I skipped the class. I was in the Commons at McKinley having conversations with Mr. McElroy.
Man.
Right.
Hanging out in the comments talking about my dad because he knew him and my family and me. Thanks, Mr. McElroy, for talking to me. in
All
the
right.
comments.
That ain't right.
So we have our guest coming on
Flunking
real
Spanish.
soon, but before we do that, we did a dirt bike contest, and I am ready to announce the winner. So thank you all for submitting your submissions. We had so many people submit for our dirt bike giveaway, but there was one family that really kind of just touched our hearts. I did not pick these winners. Our girl Jay over at Meraki Nails, Nails by Jay. Oh my gosh. Nails by Jay. I sent her all the submissions and she read through them and she picked this family. So I want to read to you guys a little bit about this family. So this is Kyler, the little boy you see in the picture. And the submission actually came from a family member, which was what I thought was really cool. So this one came from a family member that wanted to nominate their cousin, Jess. Lynn. Jess has always been a kind person who puts others first, working hard to provide for her family and even stepping to care for her cousin's son, Kyler, over the past 4 years. Recently, Jess was diagnosed with aplastic anemia, which has kept her from being able to work while preparing for a stem cell transplant, which is happening soon. So everything she's been going through, they felt like this moment was for her. They wanted her to get outside more, be able to enjoy things, and get that baby, and just finding some joy. You know, seeing her baby ride the dirt bike and having some joy with that. So Jessica is our winner. Awesome. We are thinking of you, Jess. You're so strong, and we're just honored to be able to bless you and your family. Again, shout out to Nails by Jay.
Yes.
Please go and follow her on Facebook. She has beautiful
awesome
nail designs. And you know what happened was she was on Facebook and she said she ordered a dirt bike and ended up getting 2, and she didn't know what to do with the other one. So I wrote her and I said, hey, like, we can give it away on the show, and she didn't even hesitate. She said, let's do it. So no hesitation. She was so helpful. She sent her logo. She sent everything we needed her to send. We're gonna go pick up this dirt bike, and Jessica will be in contact with you real soon about coming to pick it up. So congratulations to Jessica Young and Kyler. He'll be having a ball riding that electric dirt bike. And these are one of the many things that we are just fortunate and blessed to be able to do at Lucas Live News. And I think today will be the last day that's going to be called that, because we got a surprise for y'all. We changing the name. We finally came up with something, and I think we're reusing today, but Good
Morning America.
Neither here
No, something
or
like
there.
that. We're going to
All
see.
right?
But yes, we'll still be here same time, same channel.
All right.
Morning
Our
America.
guest is getting ready to come on.
And it's going to look so cool. Wait till you guys see our guest. You don't want to go anywhere. If you're about to go to work, don't clock in, because you don't want to miss this. He was on Jennifer Hudson's show last week. He's on our show this week. And when he's coming in remote from a very cool location. You guys don't want to miss it.
Yes, hold on. Before we go, Scumba Spotlight. Scumba and Beyond. We're shouting out Gerald Sanders Jr. with Raw Games. This is a real quick video. Watch this. We'll be right back.
Are you ready for who knows? Do you have what it takes to win the game? Take a chance and roll the dice of uncertainty. Where will it land? Who knows? Will it be smarter? Name that. Riddles or challenge? who knows? Unlike those other games, this game is all about you. It's not about who you know, it's what you know. My name is Gerald Sanders Jr. You can reach me at RawGames22 on all social media platforms.
All right, Raw Games 22. Make sure you guys go and check that out. We had a ball playing that game. It was not what I expected. I'm not gonna give you any teasers. You gotta go and get it yourself. We played it on this show one time. But yeah, go check out Gerald Sanders Jr. SCMBA. Thank you guys so much for all that you do. We enjoy putting a spotlight on your members. And yeah, shop with Raw Games. All right.
Yes.
The moments that we all have been waiting for. Yes. Let me tell y'all something.
Shout out
okay?
to Danny for this.
Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
Shout out to Danny.
I want to speak on resilience real quick, okay? When I reached out to our guy, his name is Gilbert, and he goes by Mr. Dimples. When I reached out to him, first let me just break it down. I watched the video a few times, and I just seen the moment, and I'm a crybaby, so sometimes I be crying at videos. I'm one of them people that be like, oh my God, I'm crying at the video. I watched this video a few times, and then something told me to reach out to him. This is not the first time I've reached out to somebody that's went viral on TikTok. I've either reached out, they didn't reply, they said no, or left me on scene. That's okay. Still love y'all. But I didn't stop. Like I wanted to have somebody on our show that I felt like, you know, tugging on heartstrings, doing big things, and I wanted to just share what I've seen on social media with our viewers at Lucas Live Media, Lucas Live News. I sometimes, you know, what might come across my feed might not come across your feed.
Right.
And when I seen him, all I could think of was, what a genuine guy. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you guys watch this video, because if you missed it, I'm going to show y'all what a genuine guy. It was so cool. And I could feel what he was feeling because I've been on TikTok Live. And I've had 10 viewers, 10. And there was a time where I had like 1,000. I was like, I make soap right here. And I'm just making soap. And I'm just making soap. Hi, guys. Like, so I felt it. I related. And I wanted to talk to him. And when we started texting and talking on the phone, it was like I was talking to my cousin. Like, I was like, I don't even know you, and I'm so proud of you. I don't even know you, and I'm just so excited for what your future is going to look like. So, without further ado, I want to show you guys a video that captured my heart, the heart of Jennifer Hudson, and the heart of millions of people around the world. Check out this clip, and when we come back, we are going to meet Mr. Dimples himself.
Yes.
I'm at 500 people! Man! This is what I have, guys. This is one of my, I'm a small business. Is this really happening? I know. Hi, guys. I'm in California. My biggest, is this really happening? I can't even understand what's going on. Oh man, this is crazy. I'm going viral. I'm going viral right now. I'm going viral. I'm going viral. Oh my God. This is crazy! I'm going viral right now! I'm going viral, you guys! Why are you guys doing this? Yeah, hallelujah! I've never even had 10 people on at one time, and I'm just a small company called Dimples Foods and Ice Creams, and just want to say thank you guys for, I don't know what to say, it's happened. How much? No way! No! No!
Oh my God!
Hey!
Look at you, take it in, take
Look at this.
it in. Dimples, food, and
Aw.
ice cream.
What's up?
We are here. How are you doing?
Blessed. Everything's just been going super good for us, and God's just been raining on everything. Good rain on our parade.
Good. He's been blessed, right? Rain is a good thing.
Right.
Yes.
Listen, I am just so excited for you to be on. I told the story before we brought you on. You got a good heart, and we all can feel that. But you were just so willing to come on this show and do this for us and meet us. And I can't be more thankful. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes,
The scene and everything looks so amazing.
Yes.
So, introduce yourself to our followers, our viewers who don't know you. They just got to watch the video and see what made you this viral sensation. But for those that don't know, because we're in Ohio, so tell us where you're from and tell us all about Dimples Ice Cream and more.
Ohio, how you doing? It's a pleasure that you guys have us on. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it. If you guys
Our
want to change
pleasure.
your name, let me know because I'm ready. I'm Gil. I go by Mr. Dimples, and I do own a small business called Dimples Foods and Ice Cream. So you can look us up on dimples.com. That's DIMPLES and then FOOD.com. Long story short, I come from a background where there was a lot of hurt, you name it. You know, there's a lot of people that have been in the same shoes that I have. It's just diverse, getting out of it, and persevering in life. That's key to everything. And I just want to say thank you guys so very much. It did take me a while to get this food truck going, but it's here, and I'm blessed. So, yes, Mr. Dimples.
Mr. Dimples.
Love it.
And you are in California, for those who don't know, right?
Love that.
I am in California. I'm about an hour and a half away from downtown Los Angeles.
And it's early in the
Early.
morning. It is 6 in the morning here.
Yes.
Man.
6 in the morning. 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning.
So
6 in the
tell us a
morning.
little bit about. We know you have ice cream, but tell us about the food. What do you serve on the food truck?
Well, I serve a variety of things. I have the Dimple Cheese Dog. That's a really, really good one. I have the bacon wrap hot dogs. I got hamburgers and fries. I got lumpias from Max's, which is a Filipino cuisine. They partnered up with me, and I'm blessed to have that account, which is an amazing thing. And I also have these fries that I made this morning. They're called. Let me bring them out.
All right. Bring
Yes.
them out. Look at this food truck, ladies and gentlemen. This is the coolest
this. It
thing.
is.
Live from a food truck.
Yes.
Let me tag my guy
From
Steve
a food
Beatty so
truck.
he can jump on here.
Yeah. These ones are asada fries. So our asada fries,
Oh my
you got
gosh.
everything you can think of. But this is our asada fries. Cheesy.
Is anybody else
Very
getting
nice.
hungry?
Yes.
What time is it here?
Beautiful.
It's only 9 o'clock.
Oh, that looks so good.
He
Oh
has that
my
ready at
gosh.
6 in the morning
Yes.
for us. Man, this is
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
I'm gonna chow down on this in a minute. Let me put it back in.
I know that's right.
Right.
Yes.
But
I
yes,
love that. Okay, so listen, let's not act like you just wasn't on the Jennifer Hudson show.
my
Crazy. Congratulations. Please
Thank you,
tell
thank
us.
you, thank you.
I mean,
I appreciate
first of all, to go viral on social media and then have all of these people left and right. We got radio stations and podcasts and talk shows and all kinds of things. Oh my gosh. First of all, before we get to Jennifer Hudson, what is that feeling like?
It's overwhelming. So when you were talking about it, it does give me chills thinking about it. It feels like it just happened yesterday. It was a really, really good feeling. But when you see about 228,000 people in your room at one time, your mind, your thoughts, you're like, okay, am I going to relax? Do I say anything? Or do I just go bonkers? I didn't know what to do. So I kind of stood in between the bonker side, and I couldn't relax. It was just so overwhelming to see all that. And it took me by surprise. And I was really, really blessed that happened because it really did change my life. All my Dimple family, every one of you guys, the podcast, the shows that I've been on, and a lot more things to come. And I'm so blessed. But yeah, that feeling was overwhelming, and it sits with me in my heart all the time now.
That's
I love it. I love
amazing.
it. Talk to us about the experience at going to speak to Jennifer Hudson, because what the heck?
Woo! Well, the J Hud show, it was a beautiful show. They treated us like family. Jennifer herself is so genuine. She is who she is on stage, off stage.
wow.
She is a powerhouse, and such a blessing and an honor to be on her show and talk to her. And she knows what time it is. She's like, you know what, Gil, this is your time. This is our time. She's on season 4. Jennifer, we love you, and thank you so much for everything you've done for my family and everything you've done for, the world. And that is. And
Yes.
so she's
Love
such a
that.
blessing. But
That's
she
awesome.
did give me this. This was actually on the show.
Oh,
This was the
wow.
tip that she gave me.
That is
That's
awesome.
so cool.
How nice.
So the whole staff made this. Her whole staff made this for me. And it's now on the food truck. And this is her favorite color, purple. So
Yeah, so you'll
That's
always
awesome.
have something to remember.
Yeah.
I mean, as if you'll ever forget.
Right,
But
right.
you'll have something to prove that, hey, I was on the Jennifer Hudson show. That is so sweet. And shout out to Jennifer Hudson and all of her staff. Every time we watch that show, every time I see it, they're always so welcoming and warming. Did you get
Yeah.
Did you get one of those chants that you get to walk out through the
did.
chant line?
you already know.
He did. Did you see it? Yeah, it was on his page. It was so
A lot of
cool.
people get that, but I did walk down that hall. It was a blessing to walk down that tunnel. It's just the staff, everything. It was just a whole big experience. It was something out of my element, but it just made me feel so humble to be able to have the opportunity and for her to call me out there and do that. It's so special to our family. And you guys know Jennifer. You guys watch her show. She's just such a powerhouse. And
Yes.
I
Yeah.
said, I did walk down that tunnel. We danced together.
Yes.
She was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm just. She's all, "Do you got music?" I said, "Yeah, I got the Dimples shake." She's all, "Well, let's go ahead and hear you and let's see you dance." So I just immediately busted and started having a good time.
Oh, I
That's
love
awesome.
it
That's
so
awesome.
much.
So where does your love for cooking come from, and what does it do to your soul?
Great question. So, cooking for me, when I was younger, I couldn't cook because we didn't have much. So I got very curious. So curiosity was like, you know what? I want to know how to make that. I want to know how to prepare that. I want to know how that tastes. Let me add this and this. So it just pretty much resonated, and all my friends would eat my food like as a teenager, and then I just grew up to like being a chef, and I love to chop stuff up. I can barbecue, I can make some Italian, but most importantly, on my food truck, I like to keep my menu minimum, and it's everything that on my food truck is really, really good. We all say it's bussin'.
No, I love it.
Right.
Sound like my kids. They miss busing. I
Right.
love it. So, talk to us about your faith. You speak every time we've talked to you leading up to the show and everything. You're always like, "This is such a blessing. This is such a blessing." I mean, blessing is a word that anybody could say, but it seems like it comes from a deeper
Correct.
place for you. So, talk to us a little bit about
Absolutely.
why this is such a blessing, and talk to us a little bit about your faith.
So growing up, my stepfather, he was in and out of prison a lot. So this was a thing that always resonated for me as a youngster, knowing, wow, this guy's always in and out of prison. But one thing he did introduce us to was the Lord, and which is our Lord Jesus Christ. And it was a blessing that he did that for us, because we had the opportunity to go back and forth to church every time. It was a weird situation, but God was always in the midst of everything, and my mom's always stayed faithful and did whatever she could to raise us right. We didn't really have much, but we had love from the Lord, and that what helped us. And you know, with God, anything is possible. I said it yesterday. You know, if it's a grain of mustard seed, He can move mountains, and that's what He's
Yes.
doing for us right now.
Wow.
So
Ooh,
I love
Powerful,
it.
yes,
yes.
Yes.
Listen, there was a few times you talked to me about your mom and your sister, and you said this was all for mom and sister.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that. What do you mean when you say that?
Well, growing up, it was my mom, my older brothers, and my three sisters, Christina, Melissa, and April. And then we do have Raimi, which is my father's daughter. And but Christina, Melissa, and April, we grew up pretty rough. We didn't really have much, but we all worked it out, like I said before. But the good thing is I had the opportunity to raise them as much as I can, since my stepfather was in and out of prison. So I feel that is still on my shoulders to this day. And with my mom is a recovery, she was an addict, and addiction really took her life, but she changed 15 years ago. And my mom's a powerhouse for the Lord, and it's an honor. So seeing that my mom can overcome, anyone can. I know it because mom was on for a very long time, and I grew up watching it. But the fact of the matter is, I feel that the blessings that they're there doing for me, I want to do for them, and I want to continue that for my family, and they mean so much to me. So it's a very touching subject, because we you guys know, you guys got siblings, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So those of you guys got siblings, you're really close with your fam, and you see them every day, and you want to show them love and honor and respect. And I think that resonates still to this day, and that's why I give back to my family. And this is a family-owned business. So.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
This is
I
awesome.
love that. I love that so much.
That's go ahead, Lily.
No, I was gonna
Yes.
say, like, everything just seemed to happen so fast, and it sounds like you're just taking it all in. But where do you aspire to go from here? Like, where do you visualize your business going from here?
Great question. So just like I told Jen, I want to get it out to more events, private parties, weddings, quinceañeras, you name it. And it's happening. Now I'm doing major events. Companies are contacting me from all over the world, believe it or not.
Wow.
That's great.
Right. See if I can get this truck out.
Wow.
To see it out there, what started off as a small dream, that this small dream ended up into like a international movement. I don't know what's going on, but I know that it's happening. And I'm walking in not like I'm lucky. I'm walking in like, hey,
Let's
this
go.
is where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, I love that.
It's like
That's how it's supposed to be.
God
To
placed him right
have.
where he needed
That
to be.
Yes.
that speaks to your faith over all
Yes.
of this, because sometimes
Yes.
we can just look and be like, wow,
I'm
wow,
lucky.
me, I got
No.
here. No, I prayed for this. This is
Yes.
what my prayer
I'm
was, and
supposed
God
to
put me
have.
where I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
Shout out to
Yes.
you.
6 a.m. in the morning. Let's
Right,
go. Let's
6
do it.
a.m. Right, he preaching
Yes.
at 6 a.m.
Listen, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I love that, because so often there's a scripture that says our gifts will bring us before great men. And I used to think that meant that I would be lucky to be in the room with great men, until I realized it meant because the great men needed what I had. Because in God's eyes, we're all great men. So he wasn't saying they're greater than you, son of God. He's like, no, you guys, you're great too. So I'm going to use your gifts to bring you before them, because they're going to need you. And that's what's happening for you. Not because you're so lucky. No, they're so lucky to meet you, because you're a wonderful person too. And you're doing wonderful things, and you're a person of faith, and your family and everything. So J-Hub was fortunate to meet you. We feel fortunate to meet you. We are fans of yours, and we're so excited to be here.
Yeah.
As you think about this journey, to me, I mean, what you have built there, we're sitting in our studio, we feel very blessed and very fortunate. When you stand there in your food truck there, what is the feeling you get coming from nothing to having something that you can use to serve your community and feed people when you came from a place where you didn't have food yourself? What does it feel like to stand there?
Adversity, perseverance, consistency, love. The joy of just being able to wake up and do this. I do this, and it's such a blessing that the light was shining on me while I was doing it. It's not when you do it in front of others, it's when you do it when no one's around. And that's what I feel. And honestly, I love what you said about that, going in and you're gonna be there. It's not what's around you. It's not your surrounding, it's what's in. That comes out, that's within you.
Yes.
And so for me, it's adversity. I really do appreciate it so very much that God gave me the opportunity to be able to do what I do. But the light just kind of just hit me. And now the light that once it hit me, I'm like, all right, let's go.
What do we do?
Right.
I love it.
Listen, only up from here, okay? So I know we got food truck going on, but now I think you're turning into a content creator. So I mean, you just jumped in. I just seen you on live jumping in the pool. You jumped in the pool, fully clothed. Tell us about
God,
this
you
journey.
saw
Are we entering a era of content creation too?
Absolutely. So we're doing music. I got the Dimples shape song. I got other music coming out. We're doing content. We're going to be partnering up with different companies to do collaborations. You name it. There's going to be so much. Hopefully commercials. I mean, I don't know. What is to tell? All I know is the light is on me. and let me give that opportunity out while it's still beaming, you know?
Yes.
Like, that is
But-
crazy. There are people that have gone viral, that have just gone viral.
That was it, and
that's
the light went
it.
off.
You are
Right.
capitalizing on this moment. Are you doing it by yourself? Like, is this all you, or do you have some help with the content creation and putting these kind of things out?
Absolutely, I have help. It's individuals such as yourself, my family. That's what makes this all happen, because I can't do it alone. Just like I say, Kobe Bryant couldn't do it alone, although he was on the forefront. Michael Jordan, same thing. They couldn't do it alone. They needed a team. And that's what I say. You know, I got Team Dimples, Family Dimples. I mean, Dimple fam, you name it. That's It's all because of everyone.
Yes, and they're everywhere. Like, it's like you have fans on, like, again, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and they're not the same people from TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. They're like different fan bases everywhere, and I think that is just cool. Every time I get on your page, there's these group of people, and then these people, and then these people, and that. I mean, what? That is just so cool.
Absolutely, man. So cool. Lori said, you got to come to Canton and meet with our culinary students. We're gonna have to fly you out to come meet with the culinary students here.
Yes,
That'd be so inspiring,
That
though.
would. My daughter's in culinary at Hoover, and they have culinary programs at most of the schools here, I know.
Yeah, because it brings another scope. I think what you're doing is you're creating another scope for folks who love to cook, who love food, you know, and it just gives them something else to look forward to. Because I think sometimes we think, oh, I'm going to cook. I can cook in a restaurant. Maybe I can start my own business. But you're out there creating content and doing all kind of fun things that all these young people love to do.
Yeah.
Now, had you been going live a lot before? Talk to us about, like, this moment happened recently. Had you been going live every day and then it just hit? Was it your third time going live? Talk to us about how that happened.
It was probably like my 8th time going
That's
live.
all?
It was just my mom and my 2 sisters. Yeah, it was like my 8th time.
We go live every Friday. Wait a minute.
I mean, I don't know. It was my mom and my 2 sisters on. I've been giving them the show of the lifetime, and it's just them. So I'm like, you know, like if it was in front of everybody, hey everyone, how you doing? My mom's like, you're doing a good job. And it was only my mom and my 2 sisters, and I'd be like, okay, today we're gonna go ahead and cook the Korean corn dog or the dimple cheese dog. Stay with me, I'm gonna show you guys. And then I would put music on, I would dance for my family, and then all of a sudden my sister's like, you got 9 people on. I go, wait, what? She's like, you got 9 people on. I go, all right. She's like, keep it going. And I'm like, all right. And all of a sudden, it went from 9 to 100, from 100 to 500, from 500 to 100,000 to 100,000 to 200. It was insane. It was about 4.9 million likes at the end of that.
Oh,
that is
my
insane.
I don't know. Can you because that sounded like it was like completely unexpected. Can you tell us how you were feeling in that moment? Because
we seen how he was feeling in the moment.
Losing it. Right. It's hard to.
It was
It's hard.
confusion. It was kind of hard to describe. I was very vulnerable. It hit me by surprise, and I was vulnerable to the whole thing, and I couldn't contain my happiness. I started shaking, and I was like, why am I shaking? I was nervous. I couldn't. It was just, all over the place. And, you know, God really...
It was a genuine moment.
It's going to make me want to cry. I don't want to do that.
That's okay. That's okay.
It seems like that genuine part of you, right, that God wanted to bring out, that's what people were drawn to.
Yes.
You know, everything that people would say, like, I don't want to be vulnerable, I don't want to put myself out here, but all of those things are what has drawn people to you, for them to see the authentic you and just see, like, how you feel about how you love the thing that you do. You know, so that's inspiring.
Absolutely.
So when that did happen, how did you expect all of these things to like trickle in after that? Jennifer Hudson and people contacting you and saying, come on shows. Like, what, honestly, after that, what did you expect? Did you expect your page to just start getting more views? What did you expect after all that?
I just expected for sure to have my city come eat off my food or bring me out. That's why I was like, okay, maybe that'll happen. I talked about it with several of my friends, and then the train started moving, And I said, let's hold on, put our seatbelts on, because we are going to go on a ride of our lifetime. Now, it is not, I mean, a lot of people think you went viral, you're financially successful.
Right.
No, I call it friends successful. I met a lot of friends, and I met a lot of people, and that's what brings the success. But branding my Dimples name all over, that's part of it. So right now, it's not financially. I still have to flip burgers. I still have to make fries. I still have to do what I do
great
humbly,
part of the story.
But I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes. I love that. That is
part,
so important.
because that's the real part.
People
about
don't
it.
understand that. Now, you have to capitalize on it, because a lot of people get a moment in the spotlight, or people say a 15 seconds of fame. The question is, can you turn that into 15 years of a career, or you know, a $15 million charity that you then give back to people who come from where you came from? Like, that's what it's all about. We do this show every week, and it's just momentum building. There's people who see us in our community, and they're like, we know you guys, you're everywhere. We do a lot of giving back. We do a lot. We had the students, shout out to our students who were here this week from Canton City Schools. And we volunteer that time. Time costs, but we give that time to give back to them. And we're building something special. And everything we do doesn't bring in a dollar for dollar, but there's a way to capitalize on it. And you're finding that way. Shout out to our sponsors. That's how we're finding a way. More people are going to want to sponsor you and say, as you go around the world, as you start to do the travel, as we got to put, we got to hook this trailer up to a truck and drive you around the world. And then we got to hook it up to a plane and fly you around the world. I don't know if they can do that, but let's do it, right? We got to fly you around the world. There's going to be people who put money behind it and say, this Dimples brand is special. It's a special person and a special business, because we're living in a world where AI exists, and it's all good. We use AI for what we use it for, but people are going to crave real people.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're a genuine person, and that's what's going to make you successful.
I want to,
I'm truly blessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything seems, like I said before, seems to have happened so fast. And like Lucas was saying, you know, when you get out there, you're going to run into these people, you're going to meet new people, and you've talked about it yourself, like, hey, I'm meeting people, but financially I'm still flipping burgers. So I'm going to speak it for you. When it changes, right? And the finances change and everything changes, what is your goal on staying humble? What plan do you have on making sure that you stay the authentic person that you are? Because I'm sure that that's part of it right there. You know, when we're dealing with God, we're like, Lord, I love this, I love the ride, but I want to stick with you. So do you have a plan, or have you thought about that?
That's a really good question. Of course, you're going to be tested every day, and finances tests people. So I like to think of everything calculated. I like to be prepared at all times. So I feel that I'm not going to change that inner me. I can't. That would not make sense for myself, first off. But what I can do is try to, now that how I said, you can't change the outside, but you can change from within. So when you change from within, you can start changing from without, you know, and you can make things look more nice, shiny, prettier, and things like that. It doesn't define who you are. It shouldn't define who you are. But I do know that I'm going to be tested, and I have to have thick skin. Because if you don't have, being behind the camera, you're gonna have to look at the criticism. You're gonna have to look at what people see. True. I had someone call me the other day and said, you know what, I watched you on the Jennifer Hudson show with my whole family on the big screen, and I was looking for every little flaw in you, Gil. And I said, what was that? He said, I did it because I wanted to see any little flaw. And you know what? You did your thing, bro.
I love
it. It was so flawless. And I was like, oh my God. So change will happen, but for the better. And once that happens, I'm able to do more and give back more to the community, just like you guys do.
Yes,
love that.
You're doing God's work, and that's why he couldn't find any flaw, because when you're just the vessel, you just showing up, and God doing the rest. So can't be no flaws, right? So we're gonna start to end this thing out, but before we do that, I just want to know, there are people out there that, you know, might have food trucks or just even have a small business, and they're getting online every day, and they're going live, and they're making content, and some things are just they're getting the views they want, or just reaching the people that they wanted to reach, and some of those people, they fall off and they stop making content, and they just think that it's not for them. what advice and what could you tell somebody that is just like you, in the same shoes as you, starting out, trying to go live, trying to get people to see them, and whatever it might be? What advice do you have to anybody out there?
Well, of course, you're going to want to stay consistent, right? But you want to do the right things at all time when the light is not on. You want to stay consistent when the light is not on, when no one's watching you. And I think that's key. I feel that it is a bumpy road doing it. So if you guys feel that you guys ain't getting what you guys look for, stop looking for it and just continue on doing what you're doing humbly in your heart, because it'll come. I promise your day will come. Stay consistent, get all your paperwork right. Make sure your city is enjoying your food. Your health department is like you're up to code. That's all you need to do, because honestly, sometimes as a human, we have those thoughts of the what ifs. We got to get that stinking thinking off and shake it off. And you got to hit it with the dimple shake.
Let's go! Hit it with the dimple shake.
I
The
think
dimple shake.
that's
Let's
the
go.
best piece of advice. I've asked people plenty times, what advice would you give? I mean, obviously, you're Mr. Dimples. You're the guy that went viral for being so genuine. That was the most genuine piece of advice that I have ever heard someone give. Thank you. And I think that is really going to resonate and help somebody, because we all have been there when it just looks dark and it looks down and the doors are closing. But sometimes when it looks like that, it's because something is brewing up and is getting ready to happen and change our life for the better.
Yes.
Sometimes we see ministry in so many different unique ways. And I'm seeing it right now in the most unique way.
Yes.
Because like even hearing what you just said and how you just inspired people in that field of work, like it's because God had already prepared you. Like there's a lot of people that have been put in these positions that can't give that type of advice, but you just gave it because you are fully prepared.
Yes.
Fully prepared.
Yes.
Listen, Mr. Dimples, Gilbert, is there any final words, anything you want to leave us with before we go? And thank you again.
And you guys make sure you follow his social media handles.
Social media.
They're on the screen there. Follow him on TikTok. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook. Write those down. Take a screenshot right now so you guys don't lose this, all right? Don't miss out. And go back and watch and like and share all his videos on all those platforms. Let's make sure Ohio is showing support all the way out to California to Mr. Dimples, because he's doing something big and we want to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So any final thoughts, any final things you want to say, leave us with? I would love that.
Sure. Love, honor, and respect. Love yourself first before you love others. So that's all I want to leave you guys with. And I really do appreciate this. Thank you, the Lucas Live News. It was a blessing to be on. I do appreciate Ohio. Thank you guys for all the love. And maybe one day I can get out there in person. Do what I do best. I love to dance. I love to be creative. And I just want to share that to the world.
Thank you so much. We will be talking soon, and you have a great rest of your day selling food, selling ice cream, and doing the dimple shake.
Dimple shake. Yes.
Eat them fries.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was so nice seeing you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages.
The dimple shake. Yeah, we got to see the dimple shake. Ladies and gentlemen.
I know you do.
Here we go.
Bring your tail to the dance floor.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, man. Hey. Oh, I know his customers love him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's go. We got a live dimple shake here.
Amazing.
Yes.
I know your customers love you. We love you. I don't
Yes,
know. I might
we
have to fly to
love you.
California
I know, right? It's time for a trip.
Yes. Thank you again, man. I am honored to have you on.
Yes.
You know, I know you feel you get to go on, you get to travel and go on these radio shows and podcasts. But I'm telling you, Danny is honored to have you on this show.
Yes.
I was honored to make all of these flyers and make these overlays and prepare this show. I was just so excited for you. I was up at 4:40 this morning getting ready, like, he's coming on.
She was.
So, I mean, I've been telling everybody about it, and I'm just, it happened. It's here, and we did it, and it's been great, and it's been great talking to you as I knew it would. But again, man, thank you so much.
Dimples
And
shake.
where can we hear the song at? Can we stream it somewhere?
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, you name it.
Wow.
There
Let's
we go.
go.
You guys make sure you download the Dimple Shake on all platforms.
Yes.
Thank you so
Let's
much.
go.
Thank you so much, and have a great
Have
rest
a great
of your
day. Thanks, Gil.
See
Take
you.
care. Thank you.
That
Wow.
was
That was
so
awesome.
How
Danny.
cool.
Danny.
That was cool. That was
Danny,
cool.
that
All
was
the way
awesome.
That was
from
awesome.
California.
You did your thing.
You got it
girl.
from
Okay.
California.
You did your thing.
Yes,
girl.
all the way from
the
California. I hope
Calis.
that y'all enjoyed that as much as we enjoyed it.
Did
we
you
just
see them
had...
fries at 6 in the
Man, I
morning?
know. I really
Six.
wish I could eat some of those.
Man,
They
what's
had
around here,
jalapenos.
Dunkin'?
I know, now we looking
Dunkin'.
around.
We
I-
had-
Well, First
we need some
Friday is
Mr.
tonight.
Dimples.
So
First
maybe
Friday
there's
is tonight, some food trucks.
Some food trucks down there that we can hit
Yeah.
up, and it might not be the
The
Dimples, but
Two Scoops is down there.
Two Scoops
Go
is
get
down
you some
there.
ice cream. Go shout out to
I wonder if he can
Two
do
Scoops.
like, you know how like sometimes pizza oven will freeze a pizza and send
And
it to
send,
you?
and send it to you.
I wonder if he's got something
what's
like
it called?
that.
Sugar Berry
want some-
cookies. She shipped the
She
cookies.
ships. You want him to ship some nachos?
He can ship whatever
Frozen
he wants because
Maybe you can just put all the
Nachos.
ingredients and be like, hey, set it up like this,
And I
do
trust
that,
him
and
because he
then-
saved.
You trust him because he saved the nachos for
Yeah.
me
Saved.
on
You know what I'm
Calvary.
saying? Yeah.
Where is these
Guys,
nachos from? Bethlehem.
Listen, this was so
Bethlehem
fun, and I
nachos.
think again, this is all just a testament to say keep going. Okay,
Yes.
for me, keep going. There were some other people that I had reached out to and I wanted to talk to, and they shut me down.
I
But
would
I
say-
still love them.
I want to say this. I feel like you guys have done a great job pushing Lucas Live out there in the community and giving people opportunity to showcase some of the events that they have coming up, and then just putting our city out there on the map of doing great things and like the wonderful thing. I think you and Lucas have done a great job with that.
Thank you.
But I will say, and
I don't
and
like
say
butts.
this,
No, just like-
when I say
Yeah,
no,
did a
I
good
say
job,
this
but-
respectfully. Like, this man just got off the Jennifer
Jennifer
Hudson
Hudson
show. He could have been like, nah,
Nah.
ain't nobody got time for that. I'm waiting on such and such to call
Right.
me. I'm waiting on
When is Oprah gonna have me on her exclusive?
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
waiting
Shannon
on
Sharp or
another
something. Well, he's busy.
huge name to interview me. But the humility of saying like, no, I'm getting on any, like,
And that's what he said. He
but
said, I'm
then-
doing it all. I'm
Yeah,
going wherever I
but
gotta
then
go.
Danny, also your favor.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And then 6
Sometimes
in the
you gotta
morning.
look at where God is working in all
sure.
avenues and in all aspects. So I thought that was a beautiful thing. Very, very awesome.
Yep.
Great work.
100%.
Well,
and
great
real
work.
quick, one more thing, Danny. You've been speaking things into existence. I tell you this often, that you inspire me to do that often, and I don't think you know how powerful you are. We have a new sponsor coming soon. I won't say, but you've been talking about this sponsor being a sponsor. You've said it a million times, and I've been looking at you like, I don't know. You know, this isn't a sponsor that's like some billion-dollar business, and we're looking at them like, yeah, they got a bunch of money to throw at us. But you've been like, they're a perfect fit for X. And last week, it was Friday, I think it was a week ago today, they called you
Yeah.
and was like, just want to do whatever we can, and we want to do A, B, and C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. And Danny was running around the studio and jumping up and down and looking. We was looking at each other like, this is unreal. So believing in yourself and believing in what you're doing is what it's all about.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I mean, to everybody else too. Like, just that story again. I had this organization in my phone, on my iPad, on my computer, and I was I'm gonna reach out to them. And someone reached out to me, and everything that I had written down, they said
They
they
were
wanted
like,
to
boom,
do.
boom, boom.
They didn't know that I was gonna come and talk to them. They didn't know there
They
was.
asked you to do what
They
you were going to
asked me
ask them to do.
What I was going to ask them to do these things, and they called
was
me and said,
nuts.
"Can you do these things?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Well, let me read you what I like. Can I read you what I've already planned to like ask you?" Like, and it all aligned. And there was just one thing that they didn't say, they didn't know about it, and it was about being a sponsor. And I was like, "This is what I wanted." And off rip, it's like, "Oh yeah,
We'll rate that right now.
I'm
I'm paying right
And I
now.
was like,
Let's go.
all right, okay, cool, thanks. So be looking out for that. By the end of next week, we will announce our brand new sponsor. I'm so excited about them and all the work that we'll get to do with them. shout out to the person that called me. I can't tell yet. I can't keep secrets, but I'm going to keep this one.
Yes.
But just, just being faithful,
Yes.
right? Just doing God's work. I say that I feel like I'm a vessel sometimes too. That means it's time to go, baby.
Right.
I'm a vessel too, and I'm just
good.
doing the work. And sometimes it feels like things are falling in my lap, but that's because it's already been written and it's already aligned to happen for me.
Yes.
So thank y'all for
you.
coming.
Great show.
Doing
Wrapping up a
this
little early
and
today,
wrapping
but
up a
a
little
lot
bit
going
early.
on. You got places to go,
we
things
got a lot
to do.
going on.
Prom's coming. So
Prom
you're
is
heading out
coming
to
up.
Beauty Spot today.
So I'm going to Beauty Spot. If you guys seen, I was looking for a hairstylist to do hair for a special senior that we chose to be
featured,
sponsored.
be sponsored by the Beauty Spot.
So today I am meeting up with her and her mom, and we're going to go. She's going to do like a wig put on thing. It's a beautiful hairstyle. So we're gonna go pick out her wig. We're gonna go talk to them at the Beauty Spot, get some content, and maybe I'll take a picture and let you guys know who our lucky girl is. But
if you guys need stuff for prom,
please make sure you go to the Beauty Spot
downtown. They support us. If you support us and you got to get hair stuff
tell them
tell them we sent you. Go down to the Beauty Spot.
And if you are a hairstylist, if you're a braider, if you're a hairstylist, they give 15% off for all hairstylists all the time.
That's awesome.
So go down there. They have all kinds of things, you guys. Like I was a braider for a while. They got, sometimes we can only go to Sally's or Cosmo Pro to get the barbicide to clean our tools. They have it there. They have the barbicide. They have all the cleaning products. If you are a barber, oh my gosh, they have all kinds of things for you guys too. So it's not just for the girls. It's for the men too. If you cut hair, they have. Y'all have to just go in there and see because there's so many.
The old C&Js. It looks just like C&Js.
Yep.
The workers have been there. They were there with Tony.
2003, 2008.
They've been there. They were there with her. Tony retired. They're still there. It still looks like C&Js on the inside. You just changed the name. It's a wonderful place. It's right now next to Two Scoops. Go get you some ice cream. Get you some hair. Get you some products and check it out tonight.
I tell you what, I'm a little nervous, Danny. Danny, I don't know how you feel, but Lucas asked me if I was available for the prom. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, you're going to kill it.
Yeah. And then I was like, hold up, wait a minute, because I've been seeing these kids out here with these dresses and stuff, and I was like, okay, so what am I supposed to wear? Because it looks like
Danny's
we
working on a
are on
sponsor
the
for that.
red carpet.
We are.
Like, they don't
we
fool
are.
around.
We are the red carpet. We
So
are
I'm
the,
like, I know,
Them
but
kids
I'm
don't
like, what am I
play.
They don't
supposed to
play.
wear?
They're
'Cause
stepping
these
out
kids,
of Maseratis
Listen,
and
my-
all kinds. They
put my wedding dress to shame, okay?
they don't play.
And
the moms and dads
the
don't play either.
The shoes they come in too. They are.
Next Saturday,
down.
McKinley's
in them
prom.
Stacey Adams.
Live red
Man.
carpet. Don't miss it. Next Saturday evening. We will be on next Friday, so we'll remind you. Next Saturday evening, 7 p.m., Lucas Live Media red carpet experience where it all started. Kent McKinley's prom. We're going to have the biggest show ever. We're going to have so much going on. We're going to have Lily. We're going to have Lamar Sharp. We're going to have me and Danny and so much more going on. We're looking for a few more photographers. If there's any photographers out there that want to join us, we want to do a special paparazzi moment for them. So anybody wants to volunteer to make that moment even more special, we're doing that. We have a wonderful photo booth. We got a lot going on for the red carpet at McKinley. Don't miss the show, though. Live next Saturday, 7 p.m. at Camp McKinley's prom.
All right, you guys. We are going to wrap it up. We will see you guys next Friday for a brand new show. I think we're going to have a new name, I hope. But brand new show next Friday, same place, same time. Saturday we'll be live again, like Lucas said, doing our red carpet experience. So we will see you guys next weekend for all of the fun that is to have. That is all for this show. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody. See you guys.
See ya.